Would you mind if it was, do you need the translation, or are you happy to take it? Yes. Do you want to sit with the gentleman from Slovenia? Is that possible? No. Hi guys, just to speed up the press conference, do we have any of these Slovenian journalists in who really struggle with the English? Are you happy to take the English answers from Mr. Klopp so we can get more questions in? If you do require it, we have our translator at the front, and I believe that she's going to offer some translation to this gentleman here. So we'll try and get around as many questions as possible and not have the translation. There you go. Merry Christmas. We'll start with Keith from Sky with the first couple.
Jurgen, it could have been a difficult, could have been a long night for you, but you must be pleased with the patience on your side.
Yeah, that's a very important thing in football always. And if you have a perfect start, makes life always easier. But if you then don't carry on in a good way, then we have the problems are back immediately. So I thought first half, everybody saw it. It was not the most exciting football. It was very difficult. We knew that they would play like this. Anything else would have been a big surprise. And so the box was full of people in a Maribor kit, and we didn't come through in the right way. We didn't take shots when we could have taken it. The crosses were not bad, but then Roberto, for example, was very lively. He tried everything. The problem was then when we had a cross, he was not in the box, or not always. Then we had a nice header. So there were a few problems we had. But again, it was similar to the last game, to be honest, half-time. What we told the boys were we have to, first of all, to stay patient, yes. It's not allowed to be frustrated about different things, because there were a few signs that we were not that spot on anymore in the counter-pressing situation, and they are very important. They're a fantastic playmaker, counter-pressing. You get the ball back and the gap is there. And we didn't speed up in these situations, so that's how it is. And second half, then fantastic goal. Good timing, good cross, but good timing of Moore as well, coming in the box, being in the center. Second goal was fantastic play, speeding up even in a small space, playing 1-2 and then take the shot. Third goal after set piece. So yes, I'm pleased, especially with the result and the reaction. So the game was not our best game we've ever played, but before the game we knew the maximum point we can get is 8 after the game. So 3 goals, good. Clean sheet, good. 8 points, perfect. That's it.
You mentioned the first goal and how well it was taken. Mo Salah gets himself into an unbelievable amount of goal-scoring chances, doesn't he? Position.
Yeah, he's a very offensive midfielder, if not a striker. Yeah, he likes this situation. So he uses speed. That's pretty rare. He uses speed even in the small space to coming in behind. But that was the problem in the first half, that we prepared the direction, but we didn't use then the runs often enough. So Roberto was clear that he is kind of he needs to be there for the 1-2s, for keeping the ball that we can push up. But Ox and Mo offered these ways very often, but then we didn't play the ball. So that's how it is, and it's about patience, but it's as well about doing the right things with a perfect timing, because it's easy to lose patience in a game like this. And I said, and the first half looked a little bit like this. Second half, we were again there and decided the game really early, pretty early.
We'll go around the room. We'll go to Jack first, over there.
Have you noticed your attacking players become calmer when that first goal was coming?
It's always a relief, eh? It's always a relief to score the first one. That's how it is. It's always good for the players. It's we're working hard for this. The game, and again, Maribor showed that they changed their style completely. Eh? But they showed always now when they played football. For us, it was difficult today. Obviously, we had the ball all the time, and then we were not in a real formation when they had the ball. So they could play football and let us more run than actually it should have been. And yes, they had not real chances. They had 1 or 2 shots. That's maybe absolutely okay. Yes, but it was the goals were, of course, a relief, 100%.
Sorry, I'll go to Chris now. I will come back to Jack because there's a few hands. Yeah, Chris.
Just check on why
Wijnaldum?
Nobody spoke to me so far in the halftime. I asked immediately. The ankle was already swollen then, so that's probably not a good sign. We saw a kick in the game, but I didn't think it's too serious, and then it's swollen. I'm not sure if he twisted it or not. For sure, we have to make a scan.
Sorry, I'm not happy.
You've missed 4 penalties, not you, but Liverpool have missed 4 penalties in a row at Anfield now. You keep swapping over the penalty takers. Is there a concern about, you just have to sometimes just...
Look, after you win a game, it's not a big concern, but of course you don't like it. And I thought today that the penalty was a really good one, but it was a fantastic save as well. That's then you have to respect this. And I think the last penalty was not too creative, but today it was a really good one. And before that, Roberto missed, and before that, then Millie missed probably as well. So, yeah, we will find a player who shoots them for sure. But the situation how we got it was a world-class move and dribbling from Roberto, and that was really good.
Go back to Jack.
Sorry, do you think you're more equipped to break teams down than you have been in the first 2 years?
Look, when you see the result, then you can say yes. If 2 games in a row now, probably the next is coming up against West Ham. Not sure. I have to make the analysis first before I say something about this. But yes, we have everything we need for it. That's 100%. But it's not usually. I don't talk about players when we lose a game, but we miss probably 3 with Ginny. Then after not sure 50 minutes, 4. Of the most creative players in the league, with Sadio Mane, with Phil Coutinho, Adam Lallana, and then Gini Wijnaldum. So that doesn't make your life easier, because whatever you plan before a game, the players have to do the job. So they have the tools, they know what to do. But the situations are always a little bit different. But yes, I think we are better equipped, because we are meanwhile more used to it. That's how it is.
Before I take to our final ones, go on then, Mike.
What did you make of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's performance? Is he far away from starting a Premier League game?
No, if you start a Champions League game, you should not be far away from starting a Premier League game, I would say. It was good. He offered a lot in the first half, but we didn't use it often enough, so he showed a lot. I loved his counter-pressing situations. I'm not sure that he did this a lot of times in his life already, so it's really nice to see that. Yeah, the space for players with speed, it's not too easy in a game like this. I saw a lot of good things of him, and so I'm fine with the performance, of course.
Okay, just before we finish, I think we'll finish with Keith. Before we do, just to check with our friends from Maribor and Slovenia, any specific questions from the visiting media in the room for Mr. Klopp? Before we finish with Keith, anything from you guys? No? Okay, we'll finish with Keith from Sky.
It was only 24 hours since we spoke to you about how Coutinho and Lovren have got an update at all.
An update? No, but we had an after game. I would say it will be really close. I don't think Phil is able to play. With Dejan, we have to see it's different with Dejan. He had not the same problem than Phil had, and is not out for that long time. But yeah, Gini's out, so maybe there will be a wonder or something like this, and Phil is in it. But I don't think in a moment that it will that he can play.
Okay, guys, we'll conclude there. Thank you to our visitors from Maribor for allowing the press conference without translation, and have a safe journey home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.